What's up today, guys? My name's Brian. We've been getting a lot of rain here lately, so we're checking our fences. My little girl Isabella here wanted to come with me, and we thought we'd check it out. We're in the process of redoing a lot of these fences because we raised goats and previous owners had cattle, and we're steadily expanding our goat operations. So we're trying to figure out for sure what we're going to do with these creek crossings that apparently have washed out at some point in time and just overall don't hold up. And it may be that the answer is we just build something that will wash out, that's easy to put back when it floods. You can kind of see here behind me, we've been clearing over on the other side of the creek, and we've also got a beaver problem we noticed when we were back up the creek earlier doing a little filming. So this is my little girl. She's gonna be with me for this part of the video. But you can see these panels are pretty tore up from the rain, from debris coming down this creek when it's flooded up here where we're standing at. And then on up this way, you can see it's kind of laid over and got some stuff in it. And then you can see on up where we've been cleaning and clearing, kind of cleaning this up maybe to help get that water on out of here a little faster. So anyways, if you got any suggestions on what we might could do, you can let us know. Hit us up in the comments. This area right here, you see, this is probably the calmest area of the creek. This area is pretty slow moving. There's usually some fish in here in the summertime. This area don't hardly ever dry up. It's pretty beautiful. We come down here and picnic and have a little sandwich every once in a while when it's nice weather. While I was driving around checking the creek, see how bad the damage was, I noticed it looks like I've been having some beaver damage along with the high rains and the high winds we've been having. You can see here behind me, pretty good sized tree there that's been chewed off, gnawed off by the beavers, and then obviously it was too big for them to carry, so they chewed off all the limbs and left me the tree. As we turn around here, I don't know if you can see, but here's another one. So we're gonna have to try to figure out what we can do about that. This is an area, as you can see, the creek's a little wider, a little deeper, and not flowing quite so fast as where we were at earlier. We're still not to the other property line, but this is an area where we cross. You can see kind of right here where we drive across the creek here out the other side to access our land on the other side, which I was hoping to get to show you guys today, but it looks like that's going to be a different video because the water's just too deep. If I tried crossing that in a four-wheeler, it would end up tearing up my equipment. So we'll save that for another day. Thanks. Here's an area we just come from that direction. That is where I park and walk in here at. You can kind of see the creek. Here is what I found. The reason why the water is so high back there where we were trying to cross at is we have washed a bunch of rocks in here and jammed up this curve in the creek. You can see there's also another curve just down south of here that has created another pretty good jam in the creek, and a long way across the creek there that's holding back some water. So we're gonna have to get in here when this dries up a little bit and try to clean this out. Just to kind of show you, that's where the creek actually comes onto our property now. They had welded wire panels across that before, and since we're trying to keep in goats, I'm not 100% sure that's gonna work. We've been putting in some new poles, fence posts, and we're using some pretty good sized telephone poles. This area does flood, as you can kind of see some debris from here lately where all this rain is. Right here where we're standing was underwater. Also this over here across the creek floods for probably a couple 100 yards that way. Washes out the fence. You can see there's a post back here that my four-wheeler's parked against where it washed it back up there. That was an extra post we had, and it's blocking my drive now that we come down here from. So anyway, you can kind of see my pole line there in the background here. These are some of the poles we've been putting in, and we're just trying to figure out for sure what we want to put on it. Do we want to go back with welded wire panels or goat and sheep wire or what? So I'm going to turn you around here just a minute and give you a little better view of the creek. That we're seeing now, basically from that white water there further on, it is the neighbor. And you see here, this is some of the debris that's washed down against their old barbed wire fence. It's pretty bad. I'm not real sure how well you guys can see this, but this is some new fence that we've been working on. This is red brand sheep and goat fence. We tore out the barbed wire fence. This is another fence that we've been redoing. We're not quite finished with. We've got the wire up and stretched, but as you can see here, we do not have all the ties on. We just got enough on to hold the fence up before it started raining. And this is some of the wooded area that we're going to turn the goats in on this summer as it starts to bud out here. We've raised mytonics, also known as Fankin goats. If anybody's familiar, they're a real meaty breed. We actually raised the very large ones for meat goats. So thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you on the next video.